It flips nothing when you turn it back on.
You've got to do it in the lounge room. Go on before it goes flat. Hey, everybody. It's just,
folks.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Alicia's live.
Okay. So our evening entertainment is she's playing libraries with the barcode scanner. She's just...
It's a battery operated barcode scanner. It will go flat eventually.
Yeah, it charges up.
You need to straighten up a little bit.
In the cradle. No, I've already straightened it up.
That's the bread.
Yeah, who puts bread on to cook that's going to finish cooking as I start a class?
That's when you tackle.
That's cruel and criminal. Hello, Dee and Debbie. Yes, we are. Well, here, Debbie. It is hot, hot, hot. We had a little bit of stormy stuff this afternoon with like
two seagulls flew over.
Doused the washing, and that was it. Hello, Michelle. I hope everything's going okay, Michelle. I know you guys have been working hard too in your yard, you and the girls. Hello, Marge. Hello, Cheryl and Sandy. Oh, 36 hours with no power. Oh, Sandy, I hope you guys are okay. Oh, it's making things pop up. Hello, Allison. We're all safe. It's you guys we're worried about. Hello, Beck. Hello, Di. Actually, Beck's down. I don't know if Beck got as much as what they thought they would. I hope you guys didn't. Hello, Chrissy. Hello, Trish. I think you're okay, aren't you, Trish? Saw on a message that you guys were. We do have a welfare check post in the Creative Family group, just making sure everyone's okay because we are an international group. And a special extra my delivery today. I love it. Oh, okay, Dee. I don't know what he gave you as an extra special delivery. No, she's not having that. I found that in a paper taker today. He's not having a lollipop when she goes to bed. All good. Girls have enjoyed their extra day off. So, oh, that's good. No, we didn't get anywhere near as much. Oh, that's awesome, Beck. That's so good. You're all good now. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I hope you're all okay. But yes, we have got a welfare check there. Just trying to make sure everyone's okay. There's a few girls in hospital, which we're a bit concerned about. Hello, Lee and Mary. Hello, Helen. I don't think the blokes in the group have had time to do the welfare check because they've all been working as far as I know. It was a Leo Rice. Oh, you are a Leo and a piece of gnome vellum. There you go. D is a Leo, and that was a Leo piece of rice paper. Yeah, they sent us a heap of rice paper to give out to people that ordered rice paper. So people that were ordering rice paper got rice paper as freebies. One of the companies organised.
That must be my superpower of just.
Oh, his superpower.
Winging it.
Hello, Sandra. So if you missed last Friday night's video, I'll get him to put a link up when he comes back. He's just...
I've got to cut Amelia a piece of bread.
He's got to cut Amelia a piece of hot, fresh bread. As you do, because Mummy's missing out. I'm here salivating. It was with the Savannah 6x6 paper pad. There is more of it on the way. We think it's made it out of Hungary. We're just not particularly sure. Oh,
I'm just photo bombing.
Yep, video
I've already
bombing.
cut one.
Yep, that's his bread. You shouldn't cut it straight away, but he does. It's just
to keep the vultures away from the whole loaf.
Hello, Trish. Oh, you're all home tonight. Hello, Marie. Everything's okay with us. Awesome superpower, Q. Dee said awesome superpower. So this was what we did last Friday night, and we do have kits, but they're sold out because there's more coming. There is more of the paper on the way. If you really desperately need a kit, you need to probably let Q know or Quentin know. Send us a message. Don't leave a comment in the video that you want a kit. Please, 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 please. You've got to send us a message so he can find it later because we just get thousands of comments on videos, and it's really hard to dig through. So that's what we did last Friday night, and there are more kits coming. Just shocked me how popular that was. This is what we did on Tuesday. So our Tuesday class in the Creative Family Group. So this week on Tuesday and Wednesday we used Imagine with Alice, which was one of our collections from last year. And we used pattern paper number 1 as our base, and we made a waterfall, a sideways waterfall. I don't know what you would call a side-on waterfall, but yeah, it's a waterfall. So there we go. That's what we did. And Wednesday night we made this double page on Wednesday night. So
I'm back, sorry.
yeah, you need to put a link in for last Friday night's video.
Oh.
I do need to trim a tiny bit off the edge here, but I'll get that done eventually. But yeah, so that was Wednesday night in the Creative Family Group. And where am I going to put this? I'm going to put this over here. I've just got stuff. The pile of doom's gone, but I've got stuff prepped for stuff, and I've been making beautiful family products, and yeah,
Video a link or the kit?
the video link.
Okay.
Probably the kit. Just finished the double page plus 2 pocket pages to go with. Awesome, Cheryl. That's great. Oh, hello, Agata. I hope I said that right. Agata. Oh, I really hope I said that right. I have an A name, and my name's Lisa, and people usually don't say it right, so I'm very sorry. Island access opened this afternoon. However, storm's going through at present. Yes, we did see that, Leslie. All's okay. Okay, as long as you're okay, Leslie. But I'm definitely buying you a boat. Did, and they are gorgeous. There you go. Yes, Alison likes rice paper too. Okay, so we're using the islands tonight, and we're using some rice paper from ITD Collection in Poland. They make lots and lots of rice paper, as you have seen. So let's do the islands first. So this is paper 1. The islands is like a year old this month, I think. I think it's March 2021. Yeah, it's March 2021, thinking about it. We did an in-store retreat with it. So that's paper 1. This is really popular, this one. And this is paper 2. Now the islands is... So the home I grew up in at Boyne Island, we had cork floors in the dining room. So, and then we used to make like paper beads and have paper streamers at our house on South End, the South End of Curtis Island. So that was when I grew up on one island, and our holiday house was on another island. So that's why it's called the Islands, and it's all lowercase because when I was little, I just wrote in all lowercase. And my mum had a skirt out of this sort of print sort of stuff that I made. I made that out of a few different patterns. That's what I remember, I think. And cowrie shells were my favourite shells as a child. So this is paper 3. So it's very much, yeah, just some of my memories on paper. And this is paper 4. And that is the barcode scanner in the background because she's playing libraries. The ladies at the school library have a scanner. And this is paper 5. It will go flat before the end of class. And this is paper number 6. And I know I'm definitely using it because I fussy cut a whole sheet. So I cut the frame out from around here. I just poked a hole and cut around. And I've cut out everything off paper number 6. Because that was the one I grabbed first. And I just went, well, that's what I'm going to use. Okay.
Right, so I've just put a link up for the whole Islands collection. So.
Yep. So what are we going to do? So I've got this frame. And I've got my fussy cuts. And we're using collage paper. So the collage papers I grabbed. Let me have a look.
Rice paper, collage paper.
And I'm going to say, so these are, they call them rice papers. It's what we used to call
Mulberry paper, yeah.
mulberry paper. See, it's mulberry silk. So, but they call it rice paper in Poland. So, yeah. So everyone in Europe calls it rice paper. Oh, I'm going to come back here. Hello, Deborah. We had a room walled in cork. That's awesome, Dee.
So did your mum, and I was the one that stripped it off.
Yeah, well, there was cork. No, there were cork.
Was it cork floors?
There was the floors that were cork.
What was the
Quentin
stuff on
renovated the
walls
house.
then?
No, there was thicker cork on the walls, and it was like a big panel, a big diamondy panel, and that's where Mum stuck photos up. She pinned photos up. When I was about 11. Oh, wow. How awesome that your memories are able to... Yeah, I think so, Michelle. And I thought, well, there you go. Dee had cork in her childhood home memories. So it's very thin. And some of you know that there will be Scrapbook Fantasies rice paper very soon or eventually. It's just got other things coming first. It's just a few other things on the way first. So I have a feeling that Studio Light gets theirs from these guys as well, because it's pretty similar. I don't know. Not sure. You never know. But it's the same stuff. And Stamperia as well. So you could use this as well. So these are I grabbed one of the collage books that Studio Light do rice papers. And that's an art by Marlene. And that's just a Studio Light. Janine's Mindful Art. One. But Art by Marlene, like Marlene does these collage papers, these pads, and this is really thin paper. So you can treat this paper the same as we're going to treat this rice paper. Does that make sense? So you can treat this the same. We had cork floors when I had dancing daughter, tap shoes and cork. No, Cindy. Cork floors and tap shoes don't mix.
Wow,
Both of our older students older children did tap. But Milton did bootman, like with the work boot, like tap dogs. Milton did that.
I mean, tearing chunks out of everywhere.
Oh yeah. Now, do we need to see Beautiful Family tonight? Because I have got that.
I'm just going to see if our other 15-year-old lad is not on his phone doing something. My computer is very slow.
Your computer very slow. He guaranteed is on the phone. And I grabbed some of our vellums, maybe. I don't know. I have no idea what I'm doing. But I'm using the tissue rice paper and the islands because we did a vote in the Creative Family group. If you're not in the Creative Family group, Quentin will put a link up. I'm very sorry about that sound. That's you guys. That's your sound. That's not my sound. So I've got lots of other things here. Let's talk about sticking. Sticking this stuff down. Okay. I really don't know why she left me that because that's empty.
No. What was I putting a link up to? Sorry.
Creative Family group. Okay. So sticking. The sticking of the
Everyone's saying yes to something.
collage papers. Yes.
Oh,
to
yes, please,
see.
sneak peek. Okay.
Yes, to see Beautiful Family. Okay. So the sticking of the tissue papers. The rice paper, tissue paper, mulberry paper. Okay. So you could tape it down, but you've got to kind of see that. I'm going to say that my go-to is something that's matte. So that's like matte gel, clear, and it says clear texture gesso. It's not textured. It's just clear gesso. Gesso has a texture, but it has a grit. It's a surface preparation that gives a bit of grit. So matte gel. This is matte gel, same stuff. Why Naomi John left me that dead tube, and I think she's left it because she's glued it up. Acrylic medium matte, so that's really quite liquidy. And then you could use gel medium and acrylic medium in gloss. But remembering, it's going to give a glossy finish, which is nice because it gives a bit more, like if you're doing it on a canvas, it's going to give you a bit more of a resist to dust, especially if you live somewhere like we do and the coal train lines are just that way, not very, very far. And as the council sort of clears the bushland more and more, we get more and more coal dust.
So you got
Which
clear
is what it
texture gesso, and what's the acrylic one, mate?
I got acrylic medium matte. I've got gel medium matte. That's the same stuff. And I've got some gloss here too, which you could use. So let's do... So these two are about the same liquidy consistency. I think I'm going to use the clear gesso because it's going to dry quicker. Okay, so other tissue papers and serviettes will corrupt or end up with holes in them or fall to pieces when you work them too much, when you're sticking them down with like your mediums, right? The rice paper done on the mulberry paper, because it's actually made with mulberry silk, what happens is it doesn't fall to pieces. I think she doesn't realise you mean the week before, Quentin. So white gesso, it has to be clear. Clear is best, yes, because white you won't see through. Hello, Pam. Hello, Meredith. Clear gesso is better. I mean, you could use white, but if you get it on top, you're going to lose your design. Does it make sense? Maybe. Depends on if you spread it out enough, because white gesso is not proper white gesso. Like, it says texture, I don't know why. You could spread this thin enough that it's just going to cloud it, not cover it. Hope that makes sense. And I'm just waffling. I am just waffling.
I'll make it share this.
Yeah, the other paper I really like is see, I grabbed these sort of... I wanted to do something that was a bit different, like a little off the wall. Hence why I grabbed... I just didn't want it to be ordinary. I like circles, by the way. Hello, my name's Alicia and I like circles. Where are we? Hi, Diane. It is amazingly strong, yes. They're safe to use on a page with photos. Yes, they are. Yes, yes, definitely. It will make more sense when I see you use it. Yes. Informative waffles. Thank you. Hello, Tammy. How are you? I hope you guys are okay, Tammy. I haven't actually heard from Tammy to make sure she's okay. I have got other things in this tub, like flare buttons, and there's some titles. So, I've got this fun word.
You have to cut the other fun word as well, the other one that's the outline.
I found them. They were behind these.
Were they?
And why? I just really want to use why.
Suits our kids so well, that
So well, why? Why?
Why? They used to say why to us all the time, and we say back to them why.
We have still got a kid that says why.
Yeah. Okay. Come on.
Oh, yeah, she says that. Come on. Right. Now, I've got to be careful. I have used this piece of paper before. I am going to find it on my computer. I just downloaded it out of Facebook before. Yes, I had to download my own picture of my own page.
Really?
Actually, I'm going to put it on that screen. And I'm going to move that off that screen down to this screen. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to share the screen up there. Right. So let's just do this. So you can see I've used this before, and this is kind of the purpose of this piece of paper, is to be able to use this as like a journaling block, and then, you know, the big turtle goes here, or the little one. Do you know what I mean? So that was kind of where I was heading when I designed this piece of paper. So and that beach one is actually purposefully wavy. I'm actually trying not to do that. And I want to stop screen share. Get rid of that and put that back up there.
Wow, look at us going technological.
Yep, don't expect Quentin to do that.
Nah, you'd be looking at the black screen like the other night.
See circles. But yeah.
Circles.
How big are these?
You could have just got the background sheet of circles.
They're 3 inches. You could do a grid of circles.
Good night, Helen. Take care.
Oh, night, Helen. Go catch you later. Stay safe. And you too, Helen. Definitely stay safe. Hello, Marlene and Karen. Oh, that's good, Tammy. Glad you're all good. I think they're in Victoria. So this is the inside of, and I think we're sold out of this all of a sudden, of the red tape. And it's 3 inches. But you might have a cutting die. Or I can use these cutting dies again, these little letters, because they came back in stock again.
I'll put up a link to the paper roaster because we've got new paper roasters.
Yep.
Which I forgot to bring home.
Yep.
Let's not go there.
Okay, let's grab a piece of I got a piece of that really nice white linen embossed, and it's the same on both sides. It's a very fine, well, you can't see that on the video. It's a very fine linen emboss. It's a nice white too. So maybe we'll cut some circles out of it. So this is a 3-inch circle. It was a 3-inch circle, wasn't it? I'm trying to think what I'm going to do. I said I wanted to do something different. I wanted to try and be left of field, and I'm on the back of I'm actually on one side of the cuts. So I'm going to say, if you've got a cutting die that cuts a 3-inch circle or a 2.5-inch circle, or whatever circle, just use that. Like, honestly, don't have to be ridiculous like me.
Blue Bubbles, says Chrissy D.
Blue Bubbles, yes, that's a good idea.
So how many 3-inch circles do you have?
Oh, they're close. I'm going to cut 9. I'm thinking I'm going to try and do a circle grid.
Okay.
Don't be so pessimistic, Redshaw.
No, I'm not being pessimistic.
Yeah, yeah.
Never.
2, 4, 6, 8.
3-inch circles.
Trying to get the biggest possible scrap. Who knows what for?
Wow.
And then when you cut a circle, you're moving the paper or card and you're doing big cuts, not little snip, 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 snip. You're doing bigger, longer cuts.
No snip snips.
No.
You
I hope
could just
everything's...
have a punch and punch.
No. Punches this size. We've got one at work and it doesn't always work.
Yeah, they...
Actually, I think we picked the 3-inch one. I think we've
How's
only
it
got
been kiddified?
I don't think you can blame the kids. So cutting die would be quicker. I'm not digging around for the cutting dies. And Missy knocked over the circles recently. And the hearts.
You had a lot of heart cutting dies. I had to retrieve them suckers from everywhere.
Yeah, Missy has, and I'm just going to put a little, do a little X on the back so I know which is the back. Because I don't want to get to the end and see pencil
So the white
lines.
linen is really white cut and it's a bit more stiff.
It's 280 GSM and it's definitely 280 GSM. He's not telling Porky Pies, the supplier of this. It's got a nice body. It's beautiful to work with. We actually attempted to see if we could use it for our cutouts instead, but it didn't work, unfortunately.
Well, we would have had to change the depth and things.
And it was going to kill blades because, yeah, you've just got to, you've got to roll with the punches. It is slightly dearer. It has gone up slightly in price, unfortunately, and I think a lot of things are going to go up in price. I was very happy Paper Rose came in today and the prices hadn't increased, so we were very happy with that. Some of the Ranger that's on its way has increased in price, only slightly. But that is things that we haven't restocked for 6 months. So stock that's been restocked in the last month or two hasn't gone up in price, but yeah, the stuff we haven't had for 6 months has gone up in price. Unfortunately, a couple of things that we hadn't had for a year haven't gone up, but yeah, I'm all ready for when the Ranger arrives, but it's stuck currently.
Yeah, it hadn't made. Then again, our parcel that was meant to be in Brisbane got delivered today. So
yeah, Paper Rose wasn't meant to be delivered today. We had a parcel that was meant to be delivered today, and we can't find it. But it's just one brand new product, brand new to us, of our brand. It's one new product of ours, of our brand. So we don't even know what carrier they're using.
My list of freight that's on the way is just about taking up my whole page every day, tracking where it is.
Yeah, yeah. So we still have stuff coming from Poland, the Netherlands, Hungary, Sydney, South Australia. So yeah, I've put a bit of a freeze on orders just for the moment. I was meant to order some other stuff today, and I've told some others to hold off on sending stuff because I just don't want things. I've got more floating around. Floating's not the appropriate word, I don't think, but more sitting in truck lineups and sitting at airports waiting till it's safe to come out. That I'm comfortable with. I've just got too much traveling to us than I'm actually comfortable with. We usually don't have this much on the go at once, but yeah.
Aren't you on your wedding anniversary dinner tonight, Robbie?
No, it's tomorrow night, isn't it?
Tomorrow night, is it?
Hello, Lee. Sydney might be a while with the flights. Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
Lee. But at least it wasn't as bad everywhere as what they thought it was going to be. That is just such a relief.
Yeah. And
such a relief that southeast Queensland wasn't as bad yesterday afternoon as they thought too. I know they're not out of the woods yet.
Tyro's copping a bit of a hiding. Actually, we haven't seen Cheryl tonight yet on class, have we?
Yeah, we have.
We have, okay.
Yeah, because she finished her double and made a pocket page, 2 pocket pages to match Wednesday night's double.
There was a little red and yellow dot going over there earlier.
But yeah, still hot as Hades here.
Yeah.
It's terrible. We'll be right.
Definitely.
Sorry, this is really boring. If I'd known I was going to do this, maybe I should have done this ahead of time. But I really don't know what I'm going to do.
I'll just go back to your Paper Rose stuff because there's new made Gibbs papers.
Yeah, there's small little patterns. There's fussy cutting sheets in the little patterns pack. Remember that Paper Rose is sort of a gloss finish, so you've just got to be prepared that you've got to approach inking and spraying and smooshing in a different manner, like not do it. So yeah. But May Gibbs is beautiful. Amelia has
Why are you cutting circles? Says Bronnie. She's
I'm
lost the
mad.
plot, Bronnie.
I'm mad, Bronnie. I'm thinking I might do something different.
800 mils of rain, we just do for 80 mils.
We'll just do for 8.
Probably had 8 this afternoon.
I don't reckon we had 8 this afternoon.
It was enough to wet the washing, that's all it did.
It wasn't even that wet. Hasn't it dried since?
I spun it and hung it out again.
Wasn't that
It was
bad.
right on school pickup time, but perfect timing.
Although we did lose one of our chickens in the heat today.
Yeah,
It is that hot that we lost a chicken.
yeah. Got sidetracked.
We have been trying to, and no, I didn't go to music this afternoon because they were too busy digging a hole
Forgot
over
about
in the
music.
bushland. Yeah, unfortunately, she can't succumb to the heat. We've, been keeping the water up to them, letting them out in the afternoon, trying to.
They got shade dropped over them all day.
Yeah, they've got shade. They're in shade. They've actually got plenty of shade where they are, and they're shaded by the banana plantation.
Wish we got another bunch up today. Too.
Yeah, we got another bunch of bananas today. It was only small. It only had 2 hands on it. But yeah, no, we thought she might. We thought one of them might because it's just too hot. The humidity and the heat yesterday were horrendous. And today. If it was just a dry heat, it wouldn't be so bad.
No, it's just the humidity that's blooming terrible.
Yeah. I don't think it's been below 67 all week.
No.
It was 87 yesterday morning at 7 in the morning. That's 87% humidity.
Foo Fighters concert tonight in Geelong, yes.
Yeah, I did hear that. Bet you everyone's excited.
The masks are off in Queensland now. Good time to do the weeding. Yeah, where you are. Not here.
Yeah, bugger.
Digging
Not for us.
Digging in dust this army.
Kicking dirt round. Oops, sorry. That's you guys. Rightio. So let's have a look. Let's see if this is gonna even resemble something cool. I'm just not sure. Let's cuddle this down. I have to use this fussy cutting because I actually did it, and I actually need to use it. So, paper number 6. Let's trim this frame, which is the outside of here, and I just poke a hole and cut. Don't cut in from the side. Poke a hole and cut. Let's trim that down to 12 inches, and don't just cut on the barcode with my papers because I give you some leeway. It's really good. So because I've cut the innards out, this is going to want to twist. So I'm going to hold it down. You see there, look, got a pattern on the back. So cut that to 12 inches.
That's paper 6.
Yep. And then this is a paper 2. Don't look at the back. And let's cut this down to 11 1/4 inches. It's inches, by the way. 11 1/4 inches by 11 1/4 inches. And then let's cut this piece of paper number 6 to 11 inches by 11 inches. So I've got 2 bits of paper 6 here. 11
So
by
paper 2
11.
was 11 and what? 11 and
quarter.
11 and a quarter, and then paper 6 again was 11 inches. Yeah. Right.
So then I'm going to get my, not my scoreboard, I'm going to get this trimmer. So you could use a ruler and a craft knife for this, but I'm just going to use this trimmer, and I'm going to come across to the 1 inch measurement here. So this is 1 inch, and I'm going to line the edge of this paper up, and I'm only going to cut from 1 inch in to 1 inch in. So I'll show you. I don't cut the whole way through. If you've got a guillotine, you can't do this. This is why I kept my old trimmer. It is handy for some things. And I don't like taking my guillotine to work if I'm doing something where I want. I have got 2 of these at work, but they get used and abused, and sometimes you want something that cuts properly. So let's just... Oh yeah. Or we could cut that out if we wanted to. Oh, we might not. Let's put that over here. So let's do a test drive or an audition. I used to call this auditioning. Let's audition the page. That's what I used to say in my face-to-face classes, which we are coming up in a couple of weeks' time to 2 years of online classes. We have tried face-to-face classes, but I do teach one a week at the moment to some supported adults, and we have fun. We have a lot of fun. Their favourite part is using the metallic watercolours to paint the title. That's all they really come for. 2 of them.
Les is really good with tape.
Les is really good at using his double-sided tape to make a grid on his background page. Love him to death. He's just awesome. Well, that just looks bodgy, but it's a start. Okay. So let's get some rice paper, tissue paper, collage paper, and let's get this fun title. I'm going to give this packet to Quentin because I didn't cut myself one. I'm going to buy one now. I didn't steal it. My shop. So what we could do is we could do use the grid. And then
You've got to tell me that rice paper you're going to use to.
Yeah. Do
Sydney humidity has finally dropped from 100 to 88%.
Yep.
Yeah.
Humidity's crappy, hey.
Everyone loves a good hot humid day.
Nothing like a bit of humidity to rip your heart out.
Living in a sauna.
It's just really humid here all the time. These actually sit this way, just so you know. Do something like this. But let's embellish these. And then what we want, actually, can I have a piece of black card from the pile? Let's work out photos right now. I'm doing fakey photos. I do fakey photos. I don't know if anyone else does them. We haven't worked out if anyone else does like fakey photos. Like I do my fakey photos.
You love your fakey photos.
Fakey photos. Oh, then you're not getting distracted by my weird family on the pages. Let's have a go at... I'm just going to trial something and see if... Gee willikers, you bet you'll like catch up with those videos that cut this out.
They didn't cut any.
No, some of these are cut perfect and some of these are bodgy. I think they're their trimmer they stole might have started getting a bit blunt. Oh, did I say my kids stole one of my trimmers? If you're looking for my Carl trimmer, it is in Brisbane. Let's try some 2.5-inch squares, and let's do, because beach photos, you end up with like this much scenery and like this much kid on the picture. So you can usually cut a beach photo down to, I got 4 so far. Let's have a bash at 4. You can cut your photos down, your beach photos. I usually can, especially if Quentin's taking them, because he's like 50 miles away from the kid.
For 2x2 photos or 2.25?
2.5. I said 2.5 by 2.5.
2.5 by 2.5. Oh, I was in the middle. So.
Something like that. Reckon? And let's get back our piece of paper number 2 and cut some photo mats. I hope I'm making sense. Not often. So let's cut some 2 3/4-inch squares. Ooh, that's gone crooked.
Mat or 4?
Yeah, 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. I actually moved the piece of paper with my finger. Got a busy weekend this weekend. We're going to a birthday party, 7th birthday party.
That was from paper 2, you said, wasn't it?
Yeah. I think we're buying Lego. I think he's going to like Lego. Sorry if he's watching. I don't think he will be.
Deborah said she likes that.
What? How the page is looking? What? I'm thinking it looks pretty good. I'm thinking we're going to have to channel some mixed media to get this looking anywhere. We'll cut the middle out of these later. They might be a bit big, these mats. But I think we might actually need to see that much to, do you know what I mean? Okay. Let's move this out of the way. It'd be good if I knew where my messy mat was. My messy mat, my famous messy mat. So let's just have a little look and make sure that we don't. So this one here, we're going to cover like this area here. And this one here, I think we're going to cover this area here. And then this one, if we cover this area. So I'm trying to save myself the drama of having too much work to do. Well, it sounds really lazy, doesn't it? But it also, and can I borrow your mobile phone, actually?
Yeah.
Fine.
You need to take a photo with my cracked screen.
Okay. So this is the top left. And this is the top right. This is the top middle or center. This is the center. This is the center right. So we're going to cover that bit there. This is the center left. This is the bottom right. We're going to cover this bit here. This is the bottom center. And then we're going to cover this bit just here. cover that bit there, and this is the bottom left. Right. So I sort of have a bit of an idea where it's all going to go. Let's put our photos in there. Let's try and get a little bit of protection for our bits and bobs. Now, our fun title needs something to make it stand out. We know that. Let's go to our circles. You're right, mate. I take it she's decided against.
She's watching TV, eating toast, eating fresh bread, and drinking milk.
Right. So we've given up on the
If you don't mention it, we won't.
the barcode scanner. The library is closed. Something like that. Rightio. So we've got these couple. I think we definitely need to use something like that. And then this is a bit of texture. But we need something a little interesting. And I think, so we've got pink inside the shells here. What do we think this one here? Fan is driving me nuts.
Do you want to turn the fan?
So maybe these three. Maybe more these two. But then I've got the scripty one. And I want to show you what the scripty one does. Rightio. Let's start with these three. And then we can add this colour in if we need it. So we're going to make a kit for tonight. Hence,
I'm working on a few.
Hence, I'm going to use only a quarter of these. I want to show you how to be sort of a bit screwed at the same time. I can tell you that I'll probably be ordering from these guys next week. So this is ITD Collection. They're in Poland. Probably not a brand you've all heard of, but I have. Did anyone do like the rice paper art stuff a bazillion years ago? Or buy rice papers, these, at a craft show? Because guess what? It's these guys. A friend of mine, Sharon. Hello, Sharon, if you're watching. So Sharon's in the group, in the Creative Family group. So Sharon shared with me a couple of weeks ago the craft project that was in a magazine, and a European magazine ages and ages ago. I'm just going to keep one of each of these. So I just want to show you what we're going to do. We're going to make some little mixed media things. And she didn't realise I was already getting these in. And here, Quentin, I need to give you those. And one of them she showed me is one of the designs that actually arrived. So you don't want to have, you could have like straight lines.
To cover ceramics with them. So
yeah. So you don't really want straight lines. So we used to use Q-tips, but I'm going to use a paintbrush. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to draw a line with a paintbrush, a wet paintbrush. And then we're going to use, and guess what? That's acrylic paint is still viable. It's on there. Holy dooly. I've now got aqua on this. Is that a bad thing? There's aqua on there. Is that a bad thing? Nah. Oh, maybe it is a bad thing. Let's move over to this side.
what have you done?
I've got aqua acrylic paint here. I've just reactivated. And I think I'm going to reactivate this. Yep, that blue reactivates as well. So let's just, don't throw that out because that's good collage fodder. So we're just going to paint a line and then tear on that wet line. I have found if I do too much at the moment, it just dries. Now, you'll hear me whinging in a couple of months because
It'll be
it's
cold.
cold, and I don't like the cold. The reason why
Cold for us is like under 20 degrees.
Yep.
Never gets below 10 in Glasgow. Well, rarely.
We have been to Geelong in a cold snap, an actual cold snap. I thought I was going to die. And I'm going to tell you, 4 o'clock in the morning in a cold snap in Melbourne Airport is really cold in their car park. Melbourne
There's
Airport.
probably lots of people down there that know that already.
Yep.
Telemarine. So we're only using 3 pieces of rice paper. Have I got that right?
Yeah, so far.
Excellent. I'm nearly keeping up here.
So I'm just going to clean them up and make. So there you go. Ooh, probably a bit close. Do that phone focus as well. I'm glad I don't look at the camera. Dear me, that could be an awful experience for everyone. Look
I
at
do
me.
tear really well, didn't it?
Yeah, it's beautiful rice paper.
Deborah used to use mulberry papers on cards. Such a beautiful thing.
Oh, I love mulberry paper.
I remember we used to have racks of all different coloured mulberry paper. Not printed, just different colours.
Oh, we have printed as well. Yeah, we used to sell a lot of mulberry paper. We used to make serendipity squares. If you did our tranquility retreat, which was only 2 weeks ago, and in a couple of weeks' time, so we're packing retreat kits now. We're
Holy
manufacturing
smoly,
product
yes.
and packing retreat kits for another virtual retreat. Tranquility is meant to be in store, but it ended up being virtual. Naomi John did a serendipity background for that, and we used to use serendipity is traditionally mulberry paper and stamping or heat embossing. So that's what we used to use. I used to use it for everything. Sorry, this is, there's so many things, like watching me cut out circles. How boring. But I don't prepare anything. Oh, I did my fussy cutting. So that's number 2. It doesn't have aqua paint on it. So. You could just, come along like this as well. Just got to be careful not to take too much off. So masks are no more in Queensland, or for the moment. There are no masks. As of like an hour, nearly 2 hours ago. Oh my God, I've nearly been going for an hour. So sorry.
Deborah's still got rolls or something because we're talking about. Sorry, I was
Probably mulberry paper.
concentrating.
I need to do it this way.
Watching the little things is all part of the creative process, says Dean.
There you go.
Karen's just joined us. Evening, Karen.
Okay, let's put the paintbrush away because we're not using it. Oh, we might.
No more mask. Yeah, I don't know whether we have a lot of carers and that come in the shop. I've got to read up.
Oh, support workers still have to wear them. Rightio. I'm going to use clear gesso.
Clear gesso.
It's going to be clear. Trust me. And let's start with putting some on our title. And you can just rip bits. And then I put a bit over the top. Oh. Water. So I usually do, and I'm going to show you when we get over here, I usually do some on the base, some on the back, and some on top. And the some on top just gives it a bit of support and stability. Oh, got a bit of blue paint in that. So it does rip. Yes, I'm covering my word that it's okay. I am okay with that because it is going to be fine. There we go. Just want to put that there. I'm going to leave that for a bit. Okay, let's just put a bit of I'm not exactly the most tidy person when I do this.
Okay, so Michelle Francis's daughter works at IGA at Burpengary.
Yeah.
And now her problem is that she has to smile at the cranky customers. She can't hide behind the mask.
I know. We've had a lot of people in the last couple of days refusing to wear masks. And the fact of the matter is, I just can't afford the fine. Like, even though they were about to come off. Now, I've got aqua paint everywhere here. We're going to go with the aqua paint-a-thon.
Yeah.
A bit over the top. Let's get a bit more. It does use a fair bit. And we're not going to completely cover. Yep, so a dirty messy mat's probably not a good idea, but then probably is because I'm getting a bit of colour on here at the same time, and I'm really liking the colour.
So, supply your own colour.
Yep, have colour, we'll run with it.
DIY.
Yep.
Do it yourself.
And I know it's hanging over the edges, but we are not going to waste it. We never waste anything around here. I'm going to say the matte medium, you don't want it globby. The clear gesso dries really quite quickly. Don't forget, you can also use acrylic paint as a glue. So you're going to see that it kind of gets to the point where you don't see the tissue. It just looks like the script is just there. And you're going to say, well, why wouldn't you stamp? But when we get right into this, you'll see that there would be no point stamping because you would just see it. Maybe put a little bit of aqua paint from this set out on your mat. Yeah, a bit of the green, phthalo. I think it's phthalo green it's called. Maybe. The barcode scanner is starting to give me the pips, but it's okay. She's having a great time in her library.
Have you turned into Naomi John? Where do you think Naomi John got it
Where
from,
do you
Carl?
think Naomi John got it from?
Oh, Daiguchi's mum's 93, so in June.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we're just talking about her home where she lives just got a COVID outbreak. So.
Oh, no. I really hope she's okay, Diane. I hope she's okay. I don't want to completely cover it, but... Oh, we need a bit down here. Oh, gosh.
How's barcode scanner can use? She's a librarian in the making.
Gonna be a shop girl. She's gonna be mummy's shop girl.
Oh, nice.
Yes. I don't think you all realise just...
How sassy she is.
Yeah, and that Naomi John is my prodigy. She used to not want to use her hands as much as, you know. You've got to use the paintbrushes you're born with. That's what these things are. Paintbrushes you're born with. Rightio.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, you're right. We're keeping you awake.
Yeah.
Let's activate a bit of this paint. Sorry. It's probably a bit wild for some of you, but yeah, she'll be right.
Here I was sharing pictures of bright tissue paper with them, and then I put paint on.
Not completely covering it. Oh, there's a bit of blue there. Make sure you wash the gesso off. Don't put the wet paintbrush near the cutting dies. Rightio.
Yeah, no, that doesn't go.
No, cutting dies rust. So you know. Oh, I still was drinking any cutting dye. I tried to clean it, but it started to rust. Ooh, 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 ooh. Use the heat to a little bit.
So that's a quarter of each of those rice papers.
Yeah. Okay, so we're using acrylic. So clear gesso, like matte medium, gel medium, they're all acrylic medium, they're all acrylic, right? So it's plastic. You don't want to melt it too much. You just want to give it a bit of a dry. You could just go and make a cup of tea.
Shell Francis said this is very interesting. Karen said I'm intrigued. I love that colour. What colour did you use?
It's the green out of this. It was on my mat the last time I used the mat. I stopped using my messy mat because a few people commented that my messy mat was too messy and it was distracting. So it wasn't you guys. It was just random comments. Anyway, so let's trim these up. Just be careful because if it's still a bit wet, what it'll do is it'll tear. Just want to collect some bits.
Bits and bobs. Oh, how long is it?
Yep.
Yes, kids. You should go talk to Noah.
We're not feeding you.
Isn't that if I lay you in wings long enough, you'll get up and tell Noah to feed me.
Oh, the library's back on again.
I might
Must be on an ad.
make sure that she's not scanning the cat or something.
Cat won't scan.
No.
Maddie would just lay there and let her scan her, by the way.
I don't know if lasers and almost do much good.
I got the microwave box.
Oh, you're scanning the microwave box, the kids' microwave.
That was the microwave we were meant to drop down and didn't
We didn't go. Luckily, we didn't go.
Can you go tell Noah that Missy needs to be fed?
Okay.
Right. See that, Missy? There goes your courier about dinner. We'll call that Uber Eats.
Kitten eats.
Kitten Eats.
It's in the shower.
He's already had it.
You better not be in that shower again.
It's in his whole contribution to
The shower is dripping.
Oh,
Yes, his whole contribution this afternoon was to talk to me as I dug the hole across the road.
I don't want to know what the conversation was about. It would have been something philosophical.
No, it's about how hard the digging was while he watched me.
Oh. How did this one go?
Really, aren't you supposed to be in the bathroom?
We can find barcodes around the house tomorrow. One more.
Just one more barcode before I go to bed.
Unless you can keep watching telly.
Right, well, let's just rough cut around this. We just want to collect up some little scrappy bits.
Tomorrow will be the great hunt for the barcode around the house. Okay. About now, I'm having second thoughts about why we own a battery operated now.
It's handy. Rightio. So
Very
let's
pretty and a beautiful idea, said Lorraine.
put a couple more bits on. Just want a bit more colour here.
Crickets.
Yes, Google has got cricket players because Rodney Marsh passed away.
I had Mrs. Roots today, man.
Did you?
Yep.
Yeah, because Mr. Kemholtz is.
Mrs. Campbell.
Yeah, no, Mrs. Kemholtz's husband's has hurt himself, so.
Something to do with
ACL.
In cricket or soccer?
I don't know.
How about off you go? Because if you hang out too long here, I'm going to clean your teeth and tuck you into bed.
No, I want to.
Remembering trying not to have cut edges in the way. These are really good art journal fodder. A bit over the top just to get it so it's nice and smooth. Okay.
So what's the difference in using that and using the matte medium? The matte medium just makes it a bit more opaque.
Nope. It's exactly the same. It's just a bit thicker, so you've got to sort of spread it a bit more. Yeah. You don't want it globby. Oh, yeah. That'll do. Let's give it a bit more of a dry. Die fly, I'm going to heat tool you. Rightio. I think I've got matte medium on. I've got clear gesso on my hair now. So from these, let's get this blue here. I think it's here. Let's just get a tiny bit of blue. I think this is going to look okay. And we've already got a bit of this green. So this is phthalo blue, and this is phthalo green. And that PHTH is phthalo. Let's paintbrush. And we're just going to dab some bits of colour. Or we could like make it really watery and flick it on like this. And then we could paint bits. And it just needs to be random. Get a bit everywhere. Let's get a bit more blue. And don't hold the brush like you're going to paint. Like, see how I'm just holding the brush like I'm just, you know, being random with the brush. You're going to get a much better finish by doing that, because you're not going to be too, you know, like, oh, I just want a little bit there, a little bit there. It's just going to be nice and random, and, you know, we just want to scrub some texture over here and just get a bit of colour. And let's make a bit more water, that's a bit solid. And see how I'm just rubbing it so it just picks up on the texture. Oh, we haven't got any down here. Oh my gosh. What am I doing?
And there's that fly again.
Damn fly. It's gonna...
Oh, I had a heat tool as well.
Oh, let's try and activate a bit more of this here. Oh, let's see if that works. But you know what I think we really need now? So we need a tiny touch of pink. Just the tiniest bit. No, we haven't used this colour at all. You could use ink pads too. Oh crap, that's bright, isn't it? Sorry, shouldn't have
Use
sworn.
metallic watercolours too.
Oh yeah, metallic watercolours. You could definitely use these guys. Definitely. These colours translate from there too. It's all classy. So let's with the pink. You don't want lots of pink. I just want, you know, let's do pink splatters everywhere.
I'm not going to call this page fluff and stick. It's just going to be,
Fluff and fluff.
well, you're sticking things down. So stick and stick.
Let's add a bit of colour. Oh, it got on there, didn't it? And yet we've got some serious holes in our design, but that's okay, because we're going to cover that up.
Yeah, I'll give you a show. I'll put up a link for the paints and the tubes. We're currently out of stock, but we'll have some more stock soon.
And remember, if we're out of stock of something, you can contact us and we will actually enter the purchase for you into the system, so that what happens is, oh god, that's globs of paint, so that when it comes back in, you automatically will get it first.
They're a metallic acrylic.
$11.95 for the set they are. Now, if you use the gloss, okay, let's talk. I hope you can hear me. Actually, you probably can't. So if you use the gloss, right? Hello, Diane. How are you? If you use the gloss, where the gloss is on the top is going to, it'll resist inks and it'll resist the watery stuff a little bit. The acrylic paint will kind of grab, but only if you let it grab. If you wipe over it while it's still wet, it's going to come off. So you can use the gloss as a bit of a resist. These are plastic tubes. Please don't let your heat tool heat these. Can't wait to see what you've created. Come to Queensland. There you go. Hello, Maria.
Yep, so there's the paints. There's a link there. Currently sold out.
If you would really like the paints, just
Drop us a message.
well, not a comment, because we missed the comments. Send us a message.
They're $11.95 now, but I know there's been a price rise across the board with this company. So.
But if we put the order in at $11.95, we honour it.
Yeah.
So you can see how the metallic is sitting on the surface. So the metallic portion of the paint will sit up on the surface when it dries, especially when you heat dry it. But yeah, it will sit up on the surface.
Oh, good night, Deborah. Have a good night.
Night, Deborah. Okay, let's start trimming these up. So at this point in time, you could get a stencil and like a blending brush and ink, or you could just get ink straight from an ink pad. You could do a dauber or, you know, a Tim Holtz blendy thing. There'll be more of these next week. And you could use a stencil to stencil the design on these. You could stamp, like you could get something like these texture stamps, and you could stamp, and you don't have to use these on a block. You could just use these in your hands, which is what I do. I think Naomi John just uses them in her hands, and you could stamp texture on them as well. You could just really truly go to town.
They are pretty cool, those texture stamps. But,
yeah.
We didn't show them on the paper yet.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm going to be able to show the beautiful family paper. My hands are a little bit too dirty. I think Quentin's going to have to do the Delvine and show the beautiful family paper, and I definitely think I'm going to have to take away my messy area stuff. We'll see. I might be able to get my hands clean by the end of the video. So I'm just going to trim these up a bit. And I could keep going with this for hours and hours and hours. I'm not going to. I don't think it's going to cause too much harm to my layout by stopping short. I'd love to keep going, but sometimes you just need to pull up stumps and not do a 10-hour video.
Could I please order some of those paints? Okay, Michelle, I'll do something right now.
Okay. So that one is dry.
Dee's ready to finish all the unfinished projects, you're saying?
Oh dear. My problem's all the projects I want to do.
The answer to like it how it is.
Remember paper burns? Them up there.
That knife that burnt looked quite what you're after.
Probably not. plenty of pages with burnt titles on them. We've accidentally burnt them. So it does change when you trim around the edge. You'll see it does, you know, and yeah, they look rather dodgy because I've got, you know, I'll just plop the paint on there. But if you just hold the brush nice and loose, you'll find that you'll be a bit looser with your application. I used to teach a lot of art classes where we just painted with our hands. Quality paint, certain colours. There's certain colours I actually won't stock in my store. We stock gold and artist colours in our store. We don't have many online, but we do have them all in the store. I should put them online. It's a bit of a big job. But there are colours that I just won't stock in my store that are not suitable for getting on your hands or using with children or when you're pregnant and things like that. So people don't always listen to warnings or don't always know about certain colours, so I just don't stock them. Rightio. We've got a dodgy bit just here. Bit that came to the back.
He's loving how the circles turned out here.
Look at that.
That's pretty cool.
They're different. Oh, missed a bit. I'll find more bits later that I've missed. So now let's get my backup scissors. And oh, that bit I flung up there was my title. Whoopsie. And what I'm going to do now is just trim from behind. Much better to trim from behind my title. Just trim out my fun word. Yep, that's okay.
We're going to have a whole month of daylight savings would be a little bit.
Yeah, I didn't realize. We didn't realize daylight savings was going all the way to April this year. I didn't think it went all the way to April, but
It just seems like it's been going forever this year.
so all our class times are Queensland time, and we don't have daylight savings. We're very sorry. We have trialled doing classes. We did the summer before do classes, met halfway with the time, but it just is really hard with the shop, the kids, school. It is very difficult. And we've got a child that doesn't like to eat in a timely manner.
No. Although she does eat bananas off the bunch, so that's why we need them sitting on the bunch.
Yeah, so we have bananas on a bunch, and she'll just eat homegrown bananas off the bunch. So they're only little tiny sugar ones. So that's been good. We at least know she's eating something. But she is. She hasn't ate a lot of lunch this week. Although she ate.
Yes, but it was on and hot this week.
Yeah. She did eat they've been doing fruit break this year. So she has been eating her little tiny container of small pieces of fruit like blueberries or grapes or nectarine or something. She won't eat apple.
If I put a whole apple in this, it'll take a few bites out of it.
She'll take a couple of bites out of it, but it's a waste of an apple.
This week has been ridiculously.
Okay, sorry this is taking so long.
It's definitely been a welcome to Queensland sort of week.
Yeah, sorry to anyone that moved to central Queensland this week or moved to southeast Queensland this week. It's kind of put out the crappy welcome wagon. Welcome mat. The welcome mat is not the correct one we've put out this week. It's not been a good welcome to Queensland.
Although the Bruce Highway stays in that condition permanently.
Yeah, that's how it is.
Patch over patch.
We did ask we had some customers in from Sunny Coast today, and they said it's just normal.
Nothing's changed.
So I'm just trying to be sort of neatish with this. as best I can. Oh dear, I'm nearly an hour and a half in. I do worry when the video gets too long. You can watch it again. This is being streamed on our... Oh, have you got YouTube open?
Yes, I've got YouTube open. I said hello to a lady.
We are streaming to Facebook and YouTube on Friday nights now. Some of you aren't watching because you've got no internet currently, but if you find you're having trouble with Facebook or YouTube, the other one, most people find one works better than the other, and it'll change from week about. We did trial this streaming service, and we are going to stick with the streaming service we chose because it gives us the option. Like, I could show you that page I did earlier. Sometimes on weekdays, if someone's asked specifically, I think next week I'm going to be doing something about changing quantities in your shopping cart. If someone's asked about how to find something in one of our groups or our store, online store, I can show you that. I can show you the screen and show you how to do things. Rightio, and our fun isn't going to show up. Rightio. So let's get a little bit of the green and glaze. So by glaze, I mean just a very light coat. But let's get some dimensional magic. So this is dimensional magic in my applicator bottle. Oh, I forgot to get the quick to fix this.
Has Milton been allowed back in his apartment?
No. You're not seeing me do this, right? Love how the colours are coming together. Yeah, the colours are nice. So I'm going to get a little bit of dimensional magic.
Did you just tip that straight out of the bottle?
Yep, because I just can't get it to work.
Yeah, pass it to
I need you to fix that. Because
I
I just don't want to get the pin through my finger like I did once before.
That's why you use a pair of pliers on the pin.
So I'm just trying to find the pin now. Still in battle.
Me and my gooder eyes are going to do this.
So I'm mixing some of my phthalo green. I'm not mixing the whole dollop with some dimensional magic. And I'm making like a glossy tinted glaze. Let's move this out of the way a bit. So it's going to be like a glaze of colour, but it's going to be glossy. My paintbrush is damp. That's going to help it to get rinsed later. It's not wet. It was just a little damp still. So this is going to add a little bit of colour. Let's just add a little bit more colour. And it's just going to add a little bit of colour, but it's also going to add like a glossy finish type glaze. You could mix glitter into this too. Looks really nice. Let's do, and it means that any areas where I over trimmed too much, what's going to happen is, and wash that straight away. You need to get the dimensional magic out of the brush or it's going to destroy your brush. What that's going to do is make it a little glossy and give it a nice finish. And just have that little bit of point of difference in the reflection on the page. Now, the clear gesso, which I used as a glue, just peels off. So it just peels off your fingers. She's all good. It's plastic. I have dermatitis and it doesn't affect my hands. But you've got to use good quality. Montmartre is good quality. If you use crappy quality product, yeah, it's not always a great result. So I'm going to do, no, I'm not going to distress them yet. I want to distress them, but I want to make sure they're dry. This one's not dry. Don't heat this. We don't want it to bubble. It will bubble if we heat it. Oh, no, I don't want to heat that. So let's just this. I'm just going to set it on my paint. So it doesn't
You've
stick.
done a really good job on this one.
Okay. I'm wearing white pants. Probably not my smartest move of the day. Wearing white and doing mixed media. Nice and dry. So let's give this a bit of a distress. Because I hand cut these circles, it's nicer to give them a little bit of a distress. You could ink the edges as well. I'm not going to. I just want a little bit of interest in these.
I'm not a big one.
Right, Bubby?
No, I think I'm really a big one.
Big what?
No, that's just going in.
They don't give me how much that is.
Was he being a milk Scrooge?
Yeah. It felt like he drank some of it.
He probably did,
He
because
probably
Dad
did.
usually does as well. You know, Dad drinks your milk on his way out to you, don't you? You do now. Mum's a dibber-dobber.
I thought I was
We're going
a
to discuss
dibber-dobber
Mum's
in the
dibber-dobbing technique here.
I thought I was a dibber.
Well, you're 7, you have to be a dibber-dobber, don't you?
Yeah. I can dibber-dobber if Dad's trying to cut himself.
I think she's dobbing on you there, darling. Are you reading the comments, Quentin?
Oh, sorry, I was sidetracked with my pen.
Oh, that bit's wet. That's gone a bit gungy. Oh, that bit's wet.
Thankfully for me, everyone's gone quiet.
All gone quiet. They're
Okay,
all
give
looking
me
at
a
my
look.
madness.
And you also have to give me the shorter milk.
Come on,
No,
let's
your
go.
toys don't need milk.
No, it's a hand.
Oh,
Ow! Ow! I just pushed like I didn't it.
okay. Oh, this bit's still wet. And we've got bits where there's white showing through, and that's okay. It's okay. Probably not an idea to do this over the actual page. You don't want all the crummy bits on it. It's making crummy bits. You can use your scissors for this if you don't have an edge distresser. I do have some Tim Holtz ones on the way. They're pricey, but they're nice. It's kind of just the same as this. You can use your scissors. Don't use your fussy cutting scissors like my daughter does. I don't know what she's teaching tomorrow morning. So Naomi John is teaching mixed media tomorrow morning at 9:30 Queensland time in the Creative Family Group. I don't know what she's teaching.
Mommy, Daddy gave me some bread.
You already had bread.
After just spitting that milk, she's down to bed.
You didn't put the bread in the fridge, did you?
No.
Well, that's good. Warm bread with butter and Vegemite.
But Noah will still eat it.
Noah will still eat it. Yes, I know. Noah loves Daddy's bread.
I can't believe the perfect timing that it had 2 minutes left on it just out of fast.
Yeah, well, I'm not impressed. Okay,
It's
let's
Mommy
distress
missing
it.
out. Yeah, I'll give some to my bacon.
Mummy's got mixed media hands.
No, I'm not eating anything with my hands. My hands are terrible right now. I still, they don't. The paint doesn't give me dermatitis, but it will actually make me sick if I accidentally eat it.
You just volunteered to eat your half.
Yeah, I'm sure she did.
Now I know what happens when you eat mixed media.
Yeah, you get a tummy ache and get
Don't
sick.
eat paint.
No, don't eat paint. It says don't eat the paint on the bottle.
Like don't eat Play-Doh.
Don't
No,
eat the
eat
Play-Doh
Play-Doh,
either.
that's right, yes. Very important life skills here, Tom.
Yeah.
If I ever get an assignment that says, what happens when you eat mixed media, that I'll just go, it gives you a
Noah's going to sign it currently on what happens when you eat too many carrots.
He turns yellow.
Yeah, yellowy orange colour. And the doctor thinks you've got something wrong with you. You have to have lots of blood taken, have lots of tests.
Is that for the babies?
Noah's got personal experience with eating too many raw
What do they
carrots.
call it when babies are born with the
Jaundice. He was both of these two were the younger two were born with jaundice. So so many babies.
Stick them under UV light.
Daddy's having fun with his toy pen.
No, he's trying to fix my glue, and I don't think he's being very successful.
I think he's just trying to
Right,
make
I'm
it
not going to distress the
non-
very outside one. So let's put this together. I've got some double-sided tape. And when we put it on, we're going to put it on nice and gently. We're not going to stretch it. If we stretch it, we'll distort the frame. Oh, that's a bit far in. She'll be right.
I think Daddy's trying to break your glue.
By the way, do you know we're the Redshaws and we've got a 7-year-old in our house? Actually, let's not
That's
stick that on.
me.
That is you. Let's stick this one on first. Let's stick these two together first, and then we'll stick that frame on. Otherwise, it's a bit too flimsy. Don't look at the back. Whatever you do, just don't look at the back. I don't know why, but I like timber going across too.
Nice
Don't know.
milk.
It is nice milk. I think it's the same stuff we always get. So I'm going to turn it out a little
It's
tiny
a blue
bit.
light milk.
Is it?
Different, but it tastes the same.
Is it different?
Yeah, it's like light blue milk.
Oh, couldn't you get our milk? I'm
No.
not drinking milk.
But really,
I've been drinking trim milk since I was 10 years
Obviously, the
old.
light blue stuff comes from up north because they got it before they got the other groceries.
I've been drinking trim milk since I was 10 years old, so I am not drinking anything else.
Right, dear. I've got good news and bad news.
You've wrecked it.
No, I fixed it.
you broke it.
Bad news is you don't have a pin anymore because I broke the glass bead off the pin.
We can still use a pen. I've tried that with Naomi before.
Come on, you go out in the lounge.
Now,
You're being
I'm going to clean
obnoxious
her
now.
teeth and put it to bed. So
Yeah.
good night to the ladies.
At the end,
Oh, she cleans her teeth. Rightio. So we're just going to get some assembly going here. So just turning back a piece in every corner. So I've got part of each side. Oh, geez, we didn't do a piece of this side. We did 2 on this one here. Okay, I'm going to stand up. Right. It's kind of right. Chair. It was Quentin's chair at work until one of his apprentices broke the handle. It was a brand new chair. So it's got a bit of grit about them, and that's caused by the clear gesso. It's got a little bit more texture to it, like a little, it's just got a tiny bit of grit because you use clear gesso to prep a surface for drawing. So if you've got something, a paper or a cardstock, sorry, and it's not taking pencil really well, you can use clear gesso as a nice even coat to make it smooth. Okay, here we go. Oh, you're getting awfully heavy.
good night, hello, goodbye.
Come on, let's go.
Bye.
You've worn your welcome out.
Yep, you have definitely worn out your welcome, my friend.
The wheels have fallen off your welcome wagon.
Really? You didn't even have to do that one.
Let's go. Chip, chop, chip, chop.
So I'm just going to put a bit of 36mm on each. I am going to attempt to hold them down with other things as well. Going to stick. We've got things to stick on each of these. Don't push the fridge back into the cavity, please. Sorry. Rightio. So let's kind of get them where they sort of have a nice distance. So we're going to get them like eyeball a nice-ish distance. And middle one just is dictated to by the others. And I try and have sort of, I've got about 1 centimetre the whole way around. If I had a clear ruler, I could, you know, get it a bit better. But I think that's about right. And distressing them means that they're not perfect, and that's okay.
Not want to go to bed tonight.
She's still not sleeping, Mum.
Flies on.
Rightio.
I have to buy a new packet of pins here.
Oh, no, I've got pins in my sewing cabinet. All my free time, I'm going to teach that kid how to sew, apparently. He wants to learn to sew. I didn't do the other one. I sent her to sewing lessons and she can't sew. So I think I'm actually going to teach this child how to sew because I've just...
Apparently the captions have been pretty hilarious tonight.
Oh my gosh. I didn't even think about the captions. Dearie me. And just so you will know, I hope I don't get a violation. One of our customers got a violation for her comment in a video the other night, and I really, yeah, she got a harsh violation, and I don't think...
It wasn't anything bad.
I don't think it was warranted. I just think they're being a bit nitpicky.
It's about some of the other stuff you see on Facebook. Love you, Facebook.
Love you, Facebook. Love you, YouTube. But I probably need to be downloading the video. I do download the video straight after the class.
Yes, we did have a video taken down once.
We did have a video taken down, and the violation was not legitimate.
Anything to do with what we were doing. Actually, it was using these bases.
It was using this collection. I think they're sort of even. I don't know. Should be right.
Diane said, I'm loving this page.
That. Just leave it like that? No.
No.
We would never do that. Never, 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 never. Let's do photos next.
That's pretty square, really.
It's a bit gritty. I think Les would like it. Okay, so I'm going to distress these. Oh, geez, I've got pink paint.
It nearly looks like glitter like that, doesn't it?
Oh, this one. Yeah, it does fit.
Around the edge.
Going to distress my little photo mats. And then I'm going to put my page back together, and then we're going to do some sticking. So it is kind of fluff and stick. Ooh, what do they call that? What do they do with that? With the captions? Gone under stress. Gone under stress. And tell them I'm a Central Queenslander.
No, it said fluff
Oh,
and
it said
stick.
fluff and stick. Well, there you go.
Oh, the small things that amuses.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be really amusing if that freight arrives tomorrow, because they think that they're going to deliver freight. So I've got a company that has sent us stuff. This is our new product. And they think it's going to be delivered tomorrow.
You don't even know what company.
I don't know what freight company it's coming with, but
We've only ever had one company try to deliver to us on a Saturday once. And it was
on a
after
Saturday
lunch.
afternoon, and it was just him trying to get stuff done from his backlog from the week. So that's an anomaly. Yeah, no one delivers to us on a weekend. We wish.
Original Queensland, that's we have it.
Rightio, so let's cut the middle out of these. Waste not or want not. You might just need, like, you could die cut a whole ton of letters out of that. Look at all those letters you could die cut out of that.
Oh, there you go. Lee's going to try this with inks and paints instead of the rice paper tomorrow.
Yep, definitely. You could use scrapbook paper. Torn bits of scrapbook paper.
Elise has just arrived. She said, I'm very late tonight.
Were you kid wrangling, Elise? Elise, I could imagine that Elise was probably kid wrangling.
You'll be happy to know out of that storm that Calliope got, we got like six
drops.
Right on school pickup.
And because it looked like it was going to storm, like be a thumping storm, we had to do the walk in and pick the kids up, which a lot of parents were unhappy about. We're not really fussed either way. I love being
It's going to be a shame to cover them circles up, you know.
No, that's why we didn't completely design them. That's why we have done it so that we've got, you know, there's nothing here because we're going to stick a photo there.
Oh, they had a decent shower. Yeah,
we did hear that. I got some pink metallic paint flicks in here because I got a bit on here and a bit on there. It'll be right. So there is a timber design within this pattern paper, and I want to sort of make sure I get it all going across because that'll bug me. So that's going across and that's going across. Let's do this one across. I think the Islands is a bit of an underrated paper range. A lot of people sort of don't purchase it. I don't know why.
There you go. The Premier shut the schools in the Gold Coast because of the predicted storms, and they never eventuated.
Yep.
Yeah, but you better to be safe than sorry.
Better be safe than sorry, yeah.
I'd hate to see a school bus trying to drive through floodwaters or something silly.
Well, there's a party bus stuck near the Gabba.
There?
Yep.
Oh,
Oh no, it's near Suncorp Stadium. There's a party bus.
it's not partying in there no more. Bronny's worried that your fingers love.
Yeah. Sorry, Bronny.
We have a good supply of Band-Aids.
Well, we do now because our kid with the biggest Band-Aid addiction doesn't live here anymore. Has to buy his own Band-Aids. All of our children are allergic to Band-Aids, but they all like Band-Aids. Oh. Maybe probably not as much as the others because her allergies are a bit worse. So when you got a Band-Aid addiction and you're allergic to Band-Aids, you know you got to change your Band-Aid several times a day.
That must be a new thing.
No, that's what our kids think.
They get that from your side of the family.
How many things have you got open?
Just a couple.
Okay, we got our picture.
This looks remotely different.
Remotely different. Oh, a fun title. Oh, might need a bit more pink. And we probably need to do something up here. Need to do something up here.
Yeah, title needs a bit of a colour change.
What are we thinking? Title needs more pink. Okay.
Look at that, you followed your own advice and took a photo and used it. Oh, God.
We're going to check outside the thunderstorms.
Gosh, this is smart mouth. Have you all met my smart mouth husband? His name's Quentin. Okay, so we've got our turtle. Well, it's definitely going to go here. And then this photo. We're definitely going to put here.
Ronnie said, love how it's coming together. Dee's been fussy cutting. Celebrate papers.
I've made a noisy note, but it's okay. And let's put a bit of foam in the middle
Michelle
of
had
this.
the ducky out because Neil was ringing her, and now she's come back. She said, oh my gosh.
I hope he's all good in cans. It'll be hot in cans. Holy dooly, be hot in cans. So make sure it fits on the page. So, glue. This was my paint jar, my water jar. So all of these fussy cuts come from paper number, what was it? 6.
Yeah, paper 6. You got two sheets of paper 6 and one sheet of paper 2.
Shell.
Because you haven't used any gauze or anything tonight.
I don't know why I did that. Okay. Okay, let's put our bottle. Let's put on foam. I like foam. And then what we want to do is have.
Apparently they're in for a heat wave. I think we've been having one.
We've been having a heat wave. You can have ours.
Karen's heading off.
Night, Karen. Thank you for coming to class. Thank you, everyone, for coming to class. Thank you, everyone that turns up, watches the class, or watches the video later on. Hello to everyone that's watching the video later on. Be sure to drop us a line and tell us what you think. My videos are crappy. Don't forget you can tell me they're crappy. It's okay. It won't really hurt my feelings, but you will probably spur me into action to try and do something about it if they are crappy.
I often get people ring me up and they're
And while they're talking to him on the phone, he can hear me in the background. Robin comes in on social morning, Wednesday morning, social day, and she will often be working on a page and I'll hear myself talking and she'll be playing one of my videos in the store. Let's glue that one flat. That carriage. Let's lift this up. Put a bit of glue under here and then tuck this in here. Like that. And a little starfish over here. Oh, that's too much glue.
love your beautiful layout, says Marie.
Thank you, Marie.
Dora Dixon said page is looking beautiful. Looks fantastic. The circles look like bubbles of water. Very aquatic, says Kathy.
I use the 18mm foam tape because I can hack it up into little pieces. Much easier.
Kids coming in at $11.
Joking.
Yeah.
Oh well. $11.30. That's the rice plate. Did you put the piece of linen?
I better check that.
That's the rice paper, the linen card that this is on, the pattern paper to do your fussy cutting, and the blue one and the timber one.
Elisa's going to have to go back and watch this from the beginning. And Trish said another fabulous page. Karen loves the page. She's not worried about the video.
Thank you. Love it.
Let me go back to my calculator.
And I'm going to say I have, so in the collection of videos in the last, 2 years, between my daughter and I, we've done over 600 videos, okay? So we don't come back and answer messages on videos later on down the track. We try occasionally, but we just don't get to do it. So, yeah, please don't be offended if we don't answer you later on down the track. But you're welcome to message us about a video, ask a question. It will lots of times flag us if there's a question on a video, but not always. I just think the fun needs pink. What do we think? Do we think it needs pink? I think it might need some pink.
Well, Cindy's first time watching us. There you go.
Hello, Cindy. How are you?
First
Welcome.
time watching. Absolutely
Welcome
love
to
this
our
page.
creative family. Just put up a link there, Quentin, so Cindy can find our creative family group, because we do. I'll show you what we did earlier this week, Cindy. If you didn't see it at the start, this was Wednesday night in our creative family group. So we do, all the classes are free in there as well. It's just in there. We probably talk a bit more about family, and people are a bit more open about, what's going on. And
Can you put the fun title on the bottom?
oh, I could. I'll try that. 2.5 inch by 2.5 inch fakey photo.
No, it comes in at $11.30. Because they're only quarter sheets of the Ross papers.
And how many kits? There's enough, isn't there?
There's like 24 kits.
Oh.
I would normally say that's enough, but last week I thought that was enough. Really, that all.
So how much is it for the kit?
$11.30.
$11.30.
Yeah.
You've marked that down, haven't you?
No comment.
No, he doesn't own the business, don't you? It's got a vested interest.
I'll
Righty.
make it live. But there's no picture right now.
It's still not working, is it? Still too.
Needs a bit of pink, dear.
Yeah.
Next week I can tell you to try some of the new Timmy colour, but have it yet.
Yeah, it's stuck.
It's stuck in the truck somewhere.
Saltwater taffy is stuck. It'll be right. It'll unstuck. Good
Yeah.
things come to those that wait. So I'm just sort of grazing bits over. Because I put the Dimensional Magic on it, glossy stuff, so it makes it a bit glossy. It's not, you know. You guys just don't know how much I miss painting. I have a half-finished painting in my studio here of an octopus.
Oh, we've got another lady, Karis. I hope I said that right. Interesting. Haven't watched Friday night before.
Hello, Karis. How are you? That's Karis. Karis, Brayer Karis. Her brayer is stuck. Her brayer is stuck.
With the yes.
Her brayer is in one of the orders that's stuck somewhere in a lineup. I actually think yours is in a truck. What do we think? Okay, I got an idea. So I'm going to stick my fun title to some of this paper number 2. Sound like a cricket commentator now, don't I?
Take 2. You need to wear the off-white, the beige.
I got white pants on.
I'll be off-white by the time we finish tomorrow.
Not too bad.
Karis is enjoying this class.
I'm glad, Karis. I'm telling you, Karis, you got to catch Naomi John's mixed media classes on Saturday morning in the Creative Family Group. Yep. And not just because she's our daughter.
And she finds her fingers.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Let's rough cut this out. Don't look at the back because this is a fussy cut sheet. See, don't look at the back. Okay, I'm going to cut this out with a little border. Like an 1/8 of an inch or just under. And it's not going to be perfect. I can tell that because it's late. I was so tired before class, and then you know what? I'm so tired before class because you know we do work hard, and I come home and I work at home, so I've worked all afternoon at home too. Getting product prep for beautiful family, and but then I do class, and I'm so wired. It takes me ages to come back down. So I am enjoying reading the book I'm reading. I'm going to make Quentin read it again. He only got about a quarter of the way through and wasn't in the right headspace to read it. Oh, I've got a little bit of a nick there. He'll be right.
Hello, Batcat.
That's Madeline Meow.
Yes. Are you trying to Uber Eats scene too? Right,
She's hitting Quentin up for cat Uber Eats. They do have a mixture of flavours of their food for the next few days because we couldn't get lots of. And that's Missy over in my area here on something she shouldn't be on. Just watch out, Missy's just woke up. Sorry, everyone. That is Madeline. And Missy's just woke up because she's heard food. She likes to eat her sister's food. And she sits there and does puppy dog eyes at her until she walks away and gives her her food. Rightio. So I'm just cutting this out, this little border, and I think this might make it pop. Then we'll decide if it's going to go on the bottle or down the bottom. I think the bottle would be really good for journaling. And I know you guys don't normally like journaling, but journaling is really important. At least to say who, what, when, where, and possibly why. I always say which beach we're at if we're doing beachy stuff.
Our little friend is still awake.
Oh, of course she was. It was so hot last night, but she did wake up through the night and ask for an air conditioner to go back on. We cool the kids' rooms down and then turn them off about an hour after they go to sleep. And have the fans on, but last night was just so hot in the middle of the night. I didn't check the temperature. I didn't want to know. But it was really, really hot. So when the heat finally brings a storm with it, it's going to be a doozy here.
Ronnie's going to have to watch Naomi's classes in between taping up the netballers.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, you're on netball duty tomorrow, aren't you?
Well, when the season starts, he said.
Yeah.
What's some lenses?
We don't, because the shop's open, we don't always get to see Naomi's class.
No, last week the shop was really busy.
There
I
or
had to
there?
apologise to her.
Do I like it there? Or do I like it there? I like it there. But then I've got a gap here because
Stands out now, dear. I can see this kit being pretty popular. I haven't put it linked up yet. I'll do that right now.
let's put some bits of foam behind this, and now I can see the back of how pretty it was. So you could use this technique and do the circles. You could do them in your art journal. You could do this on a canvas. But like I said, you could do stamping. You could just keep going with the experimentation. But it's really, when you're using the paintbrush, it's really being like that nice and loose. And you know what? I'm not going to clean that messy mat because I've still got aqua on there that I could reactivate maybe or move around. And
So yeah, it's that link I just put up, peeps. That will get you to the class. There is no picture on it yet, but we'll have one on it sometime tonight or in the morning.
sometimes it takes one. It's dodgy.
Yeah, so dodgy Friday is still better, so people know what they're looking at. Something is always better than nothing.
So maybe I should have left the title light and then put the stuff around it. There you go. So let's do circle by circle. So you can take some screenshots. So you can see you can't see. So the beauty of the tissue paper is you can't see ridges. If I had used pattern paper, you probably wouldn't see many, but there would be ridges where the paper started and finished. Like there would be texture.
So we have a couple of ladies watching on YouTube.
Yeah. So
Christy and Kylie.
oh, hello, Christy and Kylie. So when you're using the rice paper or tissue paper, it gives you a lot smoother transition between. And by tearing it, you get an even smoother transition again. This looks a bit blobby down in the corner because I was putting my title there, but I could put some strips of journaling here maybe. That'd be quite nice, some little strips of journaling. And down there. And then there you go. Look at the mess I made. I made an awful mess.
So Dee said, "Oh my God, I love this."
Always make a mess.
Trish said, "Good night."
Oh,
Good night,
oh.
Trish.
Do you want to just 5
Hang on,
seconds?
Trish. Give us 5
Do you want to have a
seconds.
quick look? Do you want to have a quick see? Does everyone want to have a quick squiz at Beautiful Family? I'm going to show you really quickly because you're really not meant to see it yet. So this is Beautiful Family. So this is paper 1.
This is not live yet.
Not live. This is our April collection. So this is a sneak peek of what we're releasing in April. Well, actually, end of March, early April. Yeah. 25th of March, I think it is.
Yes.
Paper 2. That's your mum's birthday.
Yes, it is.
And paper 3. There are bear colour cuts that go with this. Teddy bear families. Beautiful family. It's a beautiful family of bears. Paper 4. And there's actually 4 vellums that go with this one. Paper 5. Now, once I've shown you all these, you've got to tell me your favourite paper. And then paper number 6. There you go. So, everybody, Quentin's favourite is that one with the hearts. He does love how it turned out. I have to agree with him. So, there we go. That was Beautiful Family. That was very quick, but that's Beautiful Family. And it's released on the 25th of March. I think it's around the 25th of March we're going to release that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Diane. Thank you. Thank you, Marie. But yeah, I love how they did it. So don't throw this out. Like, keep like a clip seal bag or a takeaway container of your tissue paper scrappy bits, because you can use them. And remember, it's strong, so you can use it to really do
Number
some
2
muscle
was Marie's
patches.
favourite. Cheryl said 1.
Oh, Marie would love number 2 with the fussy cutting. 1 and 6.
Love the
Hearts
heart
followed by
by
the
the
wreath. There
yeah.
you go. 6 said Karis. Yeah. Yeah. I love how big that frame is on paper number 6. I'm just loving that big frame. And the beige with the spots is just
And
so
we
pretty.
Made sure all the bears have clothes.
All the bears have clothes on the colour cuts, and they've all been prototyped. And
What have we
no,
got?
you're not seeing them yet.
Teal, lavender. I should be quiet.
We've got lavender. We've got cream bears and brown bears, different packs. And we've got lavender, olive, coral, and teal, other clothing colours. So you can make little families, and they're from this small. There's bears that are like less than an inch tall, right up to about 3 inches tall.
Hearts Reef says Didix.
Hearts wreath.
Number
Yep,
5
the
says
hearts and the
Michelle,
wreath.
says
Yep.
Lee.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, and there's something for boys and something for girls in it. So like all of our paper ranges, there's something for boys and something for girls and something for everybody. And something for, and stuff that goes with our other collections as well. So it really tones really well. The flowers will work really well with this collection. It's the islands as well. So there we go. Thank you, Marie. And yes, so thank you everyone for coming along. I was really worried what I was going to do with this, but I've done rice paper and mixed media in the end. And my fun title's a bit odd, but it's okay. You've learnt a couple of things with a fun title, and that's what it's all about, is learning something. I love teddy bears, Pam. I know.
Depends what colours you have in
Teddy's
your
cute.
photos, dear, about your odd pretty time.
But there you go. So we
Naomi
have
John will be
made
back tomorrow morning.
at 9:30 Queensland time in the Scrapbook Fantasies Creative Family Group. If you haven't found it, there's some links in this video. Or if you go to groups on our Scrapbook Fantasies Facebook page and then find the Creative Family Group. We've got tons and tons of groups, but they're all retreats. We do, so that Beautiful Family is for a virtual retreat that's now closed because we're already packing kits. It's in late May, and our next late March. Our next virtual retreat is in, well, actually, we have an in-store retreat in May, which we're also doing a virtual retreat at the same time. So we're doing our first ever hybrid retreat. So it's going to be in-store and virtual at the same time, and it's cottage garden, and it's very autumn tones.
Yes, we are crazy.
We are crackers crazy. Quentin caters, I teach, and the kids entertain. That's how we roll. So I would love all the bears. I know, Bronny. I know. I've got a message from Bronny about bears already. You too, Diane and Bronny and Michelle and everybody. And thank you very much. Thank you, Marlene and Marie and Dee and Pam and Lee and Diane. Everybody else, thank you so very much for your support. We really, truly do appreciate it. Not just because without it we wouldn't eat, but we do appreciate it because it's, you guys are our reason to get up each morning and go to work. And it means we get to do exactly what we love. We love what we do for work. We love creating. We love being able to serve you guys and help.
I don't know. I have to do a lot of counting.
Quentin does a lot of counting at work. He was counting stuff into kits today. We're making a lot of kits. There's a big dent in the supply of Beautiful Families, straight up. And it was massive what we got, but it's cool. We love it. We love what we do for a living, and you guys make that possible. So thank you very much for making it such a fulfilling life for us. So take care, stay safe, especially at the moment. If it's flooded, forget it. And if you're any of our international customers, please stay safe. Please, 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 everybody look after yourselves, look after your families. And yeah, we love you all and appreciate you all. Good night, Pam. Good night, Diane. And we'll see you tomorrow morning for Naomi John's class. Thank you. Bye.